there we go. Hello, everyone. I just realized I was muted in Streamlabs and on my mic too. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for guys for waiting. Me being like super late. It's almost a little bit like Ray Kit. So but at least I started the stream on time. Right? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Minecraft. I'm just kind of doing a creative stream today. I used to do sort of like historical builds when I used to stream Minecraft, like doing like old historical buildings and trying to do recreations of them. That's a little ambitious, I think, for me today. But we'll sort of see how it goes. I have some ideas for what I want to build today, but I'm also going to just kind of see what you guys would like to see me build. But yeah, so just feel free to hang out and chill and relax with me. And, you know, make fun of my builds and all that other fun stuff. So let's say I was actually here. And if there's any issue with the stream, just let me know, because this is sort of like a test stream. I'm already getting a little bit of stuttering on my end, or at least some stuff seems to be like freezing up in Streamlabs, so I might have to play around with some settings. Okay, so let's see who's here. Wolfinator, Rian, Malka, Aki, Rogue. Hello. Roach, can I shorten your name to Roach, or do you go by like Rig? Sorry about that, Ray. I'm just teasing. Thank you all of you too who liked and subscribed earlier today. Like, that really meant a lot. See, late kit. No worries. That really meant a lot, and I'm like super excited. So I guess we'll just kind of jump into it. So the thing that I'm planning to, I guess, sort of do today is I'm starting off with, I want to just kind of build like a survival house of some kind. I'm doing this in creative mode. So there's kind of very little challenge, I guess, getting started, but I tend to do kind of massive builds, and that's a little overwhelming, so I'm going to do something a bit smaller today. I just have to sort of find a spot to set up. Waiting for everything to kind of load in. As long as the stream isn't stuttering, I'm going to be pretty much more comfortable with the game being a little clunky right now. I might need to actually lower some settings so that it runs a little smoother. Increase my that goes. So how's everyone doing? Daddy is here. I'm getting some serious stuttering, so we'll see if I can even make this happen. It might be because I'm flying right now. You would think that like Minecraft at this point would be like super easy to run even on a potato PC, but it's like, it's pretty tough on my computer still. I'm gonna try to get out of the savanna area because I want something a little greener. So what I'm thinking of actually building is I want to build a hobbit hole, because I've never built a hobbit hole in Minecraft. So I'm gonna dig into the hole, because I feel like that's like what I do when I play survival, is I always, you know, and I think a lot of people do that, I always dig into like a mountain first. And there have been a couple content creators I've seen that have done really cool like hobbit holes like in the side of a mountain or something like that. like I said, I normally do some pretty massive builds. I think a long time ago I was working on like the Notre Dame in Paris and haven't really continued that, although I do have that file still saved, so I might pick up that again at some point. Yeah, this is performance-wise not going well. Once I land, though, it shouldn't be so bad. All right, there we go. Need to find a good space of this hillside, I feel like. On the stream, is it looking like... Is it kind of really stuttery? Because it is my end, but I'm not sure how bad it looks on stream. Yeah, I mean, both of these are pretty CPU heavy, like, and that's probably the weakest point for my PC, so that's definitely going to, I'm actually going to change some things just to make this a little bit easier. Yeah, it's going to be a little stuttery, as long as the stream itself, like, it's just the game, mostly. Yeah. We're going to turn off smooth lighting, because that's going to make that a little bit particle. Let's see how much that helps. That actually might make a big difference. The smooth lighting's usually a little crazy. Okay, that's great. All right, let's find me. Oh, okay. Almost fell down there. I forgot for a second I was in creative and almost like screamed. Let's see. Let's find like a nice, want a nice hillside with trees. Maybe over here. It was better, but I feel like the game is still a bit stuttery. That's okay. We'll make it work. I'm gonna actually do something like this because then I can just plant trees and make this. I can't leave. Yeah, the thing is, that's why I increased my render distance, because every time you're loading chunks, that's gonna eat up all of the processing power there. Like, that's on my list pretty much, is the next thing I need to buy. Is I need a new CPU and a new motherboard. So that is on the list for this year, hopefully. So I'm kind of, I guess I'm gonna take this in a bit. And I'm thinking if I make this big enough, I can actually have some sort of windows cut out of the side as well too, but I don't want to, I want to start with the front face of the whole. Yeah, rendering while flying is usually where I see the most stuttering, even when I'm not streaming. Have a good dinner, Daddy. So I usually I like to plot out with wool, but wool isn't, obviously if I was doing the survival I wouldn't, because that'd be just wasting resources, but usually helpful for like larger builds. I think I might actually dig out all of that sand too. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the front face of this hill afterward because I still want it to look kind of natural. I think my favorite thing I've ever actually built like this, I built this, it was in sort of this, it was a mountain biome, I think, but it was this huge sort of like glassed over ceiling, kind of like tower city, like built into a mountain, but like poking out in different locations and stuff. So like you could sort of see from different areas where the city would sort of rise out of the hill, which was really cool. So I can actually see what I'm doing. My favorite streamer ever. I don't know. That's a really, really tough one. Probably, I mean, there's this one guy that I've been watching for a while that is probably my favorite streamer. I don't think you'd know him though. Rhymes with something but like Ayrit? Maypit? Something like that. Rogue, you're like my favorite too. It's so here's the thing, like I feel like favorite streamer is kind of like that's like asking somebody who their favorite child is with the children like in front of them. You know what I mean? Like you can't really do that. Like you can't pick a favorite. I mean, you can have a favorite, but you can't really pick a favorite. Cupcake. I know a streamer named Cupcake. I don't know if it's the same one. She generally played Overwatch, which was the main like content I followed her for. Don't fight over who's the favorite. You're all the favorite. What am I supposed to say? I love all of you equally. I have enough to kind of do the front face, I think. She shifted to arts and crafts and we had a parting. I have to admit I like streamers that do like arts and crafts and gaming. But I also get that like that's not for everyone, you know. All right, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna do spruce. I feel like spruce is gonna be Raykit, you are my favorite. And also Rogue. Yeah, okay, so if we're throwing Malka into the equation, I'm sorry, boys, but you lose. Did that even? I feel like... Yeah, that was... These to be grass. Actually is. I'm also gonna make this like a much more natural looking hill once I'm done. "56 Dragon Kid." Why do I feel... Is that Dodgy? Or no? That's somebody else. Okay. Good evening. I feel like Raykit has a tendency to not sleep. I feel like I totally did that. Yes, if you haven't already, please like button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, Raykit. texture. Did you not figure out who Jack was? I mean, I assumed, but I also figured I could be wrong. Alright, we're gonna put a door in here. I normally use these, like... If I do this one, I feel like it blends in too much. I normally use a texture pack that kind of makes everything look a little bit more, like, medieval. And I love that texture pack. I love that texture pack, but it's not compatible with the current version, apparently. So I have to kind of just wait until they update it. Or actually, I have to check for updates. The build is going good. Just kind of plotting out the front door mainly because, like, I want it to kind of look like a hobbit hole, but I don't want it to be like, I want it to be like a little unique, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna actually, I think, kind of have the hill sort of like swoop down over over the entrance a little bit, like unevenly. So that's kind of the plan for that. Right. Self-day. I would like to do a stream where I use World Edit, but my biggest fear is all of the processing issues I had right when I started with like rendering and stuff. That gets like really crazy when it comes to that gets really nuts when it comes to like World Edit, because you're basically creating like all of these massive changes all at once. So you might replace, you know, like a tower that you've built with you know, solid stone, and so you're replacing something like, you know, 400 and something blocks or over 1,000 blocks, and that just, like, everything just sort of grinds to a halt. This is where I'm going to fidget a bit with how this looks, but I'm just going to play around with it until I'm satisfied. I think I'm going to go with the spruce though, because the spruce is a little bit lighter, and then we have the darker interior. I'm dissatisfied. There we go. Better. For now, at least. Those are trapdoors on the wall. Yeah, Roach, you know, I've never actually streamed with World Edit. Even when I used to, like, I would always just use, like, vanilla Minecraft. But my game crashed occasionally when I was just working on, like, major projects, so... I don't know, I'll have to see. I want to make that look kind of like a little bit rounder. That is true. Blink twice if I need snacks. I mean, hey, Malka, if you're gonna bring me snacks, Actually. On your way, it's just, gonna take a day maybe. More than a day. But I'll wait. I'll wait for them. But I'm not gonna eat anything until until you show up, so better get on that. So this should technically be actually a little bit smaller than the other one, and so the entrance is smaller. But I think what I don't want is I actually don't want this because I don't want it to look wider. Like these are supposed to be the windows. So I'm going to actually shorten everything just slightly. Fill this. Creeper walks or everyone dies. You sent me a DM for stream settings, Brogue. I will take a look at that in a second. Just trying to add some contrast to how is my audio, everyone? That's actually something I'm kind of mostly concerned about right now. Audio is good. Oh, awesome. Obviously the mic does help a bit, as we were discussing earlier. Okay, that's awesome. Great. So I'm gonna be really picky about my window shutters right here because now I could do this, like use those, which would match everything, but I feel like that's too matchy-matchy and I'm not really into that. Do that, which again is really blocky, and I've already used those, but I'm also kind of thinking that sort of thing. Sort of have something like that. other option. And oh my gosh, Daji, did you hear about the Minecraft movie coming out? It's a blockbuster. That's wonderful. This is where, like, I kind of have, like, I could do something and make it, like, super tiny, and then trapdoors on the opposite side. And then I could actually bring the whole structure in a little bit to make it a little bit more condensed. I'm not, like, a big fan of the colors. Like, I'll change the colors. Dodgy, the jokes. God. Alright, that's okay for now. I'm gonna fix that after. Grandma! How are you doing? Now this is gonna be the fun part where I have to keep backing up and completely, like, mimic the whole setup I have on this side. Grandma, you started modding yesterday. You know what I think actually this needs over here? This needs shorter. I keep forgetting I need a new mouse, so whenever I hit the middle mouse button, it's not actually selecting anything. Okay, so if I do that, give it that whole look, which is kind of cool. Oops. Grandma, have you started modding Skyrim? If anybody's like a huge fan of Skyrim and you're not aware, there's a mod called Skyrim Together that allows you to play Skyrim basically with your friends. And the mod team, I think what they did is they were redoing the mod for the Skyrim Anniversary Edition. So basically you can play Skyrim with friends. They just, like, were able to finally get it so that the mod works, like, syncing up quests and stuff. And they've released it on Nexus Mods, which, if you mod Skyrim, that's kind of like the main place you go for your mods most of the time. But it's it looks pretty cool. A bunch of us are going to, or thinking about, trying to play it out. Well, mainly Grandma suggested it, and check it out a little bit. What I'm interested in is actually seeing how, like, with Skyrim Together, like, what if you have, you know, a bounty in what if you have a bounty in, say, Whiterun, and then you have a friend who does not have a bounty in Whiterun. So if you go into the city, do all the guards just attack you and leave your friends alone? Like um that would be hilarious, because I mean, I would imagine like it kind of works like almost like a party, right? Like at least a part of me feels like it would be that way, but I don't know, maybe that's not how it works and you just get attacked and your friends are fine because they're not the problem. Okay, let's actually add these now. I might get rid of the blue windows at some point just because they don't really match the whole vibe, but no. Like for something like this too, I feel like the exterior is actually going to be the most important thing. Talk about how we want to play first. I hear Steve isn't very good at thinking outside the box. Wow. Reach the bedrock of my Minecraft jokes. Dodgy, you have a lot of good Minecraft jokes. Like, I feel like you're just like pulling them out of thin air right now. Scum will be moddable after full release, and if so, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's... See, like, I feel like Scum, like, being modded would be awesome because, like, there's so much stuff they're putting in the game now that, like, obviously I have my opinions about what I wish they would focus on, but with Scum being moddable at some point, like, there's so much of that stuff you can just save for modders. Like, you know, we don't need 50,000 weapons right now. Obviously, there are some, like, serious, like, game features that they need to implement. Modders are going to do, like, an amazing job with that game. All right. Out here. Very basic level here. I have, at least have the kind of base outside, look going, then I can work on the inside a little bit. I haven't actually really thought about how much I want to take this in. Let's see. Yeah, skin suit mods for sure. We need skin suit mods everywhere after seeing that in today. They just should keep that in. Okay, so I feel like I need kind of like an entrance hallway of some kind. But one thing, so like, obviously I'm a pretty big Lord of the Rings fan, but one thing that I like in the Peter Jackson films is I just like the way that they show like sort of bag end, the way that it curves at one point inside like the Hobbit hole, that it's just kind of like this curved hallway. So I'm kind of gonna, I think, go towards the water that way and just curve this around. So like this will be the main hallway. And then I can have things branch off from there, like different rooms and stuff. I'm gonna wait in it. Yeah, Roach, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like melee is a little weird. Actually, daylight is fine out there. I just need to like light this up. See what I'm doing. I just basically need to carve out, I think, side first. I should be putting these up high so I can... Yeah. Dodgy Dragon, who are we facing off against? Oh god, that's... scared me. Okay, I was told that somebody sent me a DM about stream settings, so I'm gonna take a look at that. I think it was Rogue. I do kind of like stand outside so I can also like glare at my design mistakes I've made here. Apparently you also get better performance streaming if you're connected to a server, according to my husband. So he's considering not building out, but like adding another server on our network so I can stream on that, which would be cool. Hey, Alexi. Thank you for stopping by. Roach, desync is never more problematic than melee. It works hell a lot better if I play solo on my machine, but even then it just... Yeah, that is a huge issue, like, especially with puppets, and, you know, if they're gonna be adding in these other enemies in Scum. Dodgy, that was so sweet of you. Thank you for the donation. If they, you know, if you're obviously, if you're fighting a puppet and melee, like you're using a knife or something and you miss, like you're screwed. Like it's a little easier if you have like a longer, like a weapon with like a more swing range, I guess. I don't know what that would be called. Like a bat or something, but like that's where I always get screwed up in Scum is if I'm fighting a puppet with, you know, a melee weapon and I get desync, or even just like there's something weird with like the puppet hitbox. I feel like it just doesn't feel it does not feel natural, and I feel like I miss them when it seems like I would otherwise hit them. I mean, I know there's the issue with the wolves as well. Kind of making this hallway a bit curved so that... And I might actually just kind of like redo it so it's not as wide. So that curve. And get what else actually. And once I get this done, I can from the outside. Wolves are so funny. If you have a bow and a middle mouse them, you can punch them to death. So bizarre. Wait, really? I feel like I need to try that because I always have a bow or something and like I just get mauled every time. Okay, so let's see. This is 1, 2, 4. Side. Okay. So I sort of just came up with the Hobbit hole idea because I wanted to do out this test stream. Obviously, some people I've talked to recently know that I am looking forward to streaming this new game called Stray, which comes out on the 19th. I've already pre-ordered it. And so I enjoy playing Minecraft. Obviously, it's kind of one of those games that I just find really relaxing, as do a lot of people. But if there's obviously something Minecraft-wise that you think would be cool to see me build, you know, let me know. I kind of like to do build challenges. So no matter how big or small or, you know, complicated the build is, giving me a suggestion is, you know, throwing a suggestion in the chat or something like that. That's something that I really enjoy doing. So definitely let me know. A disappointment to society. Who is that? Welcome. So I'm gonna just actually kind of keep going this way and see how far I am here. Yeah, I like this too because it overlooks the river here. So that's gonna look cool. And I feel like I could also sort of put some trees up here and make it look really foresty. Okay. We have some bees over here. GST, I can build the server to host Skyrim too. No more servers! We already have enough. Like how sometimes it stutters so much that I can't actually get it. No, more servers? No, like that's not fair. We already have a Minecraft server. Meatsy. Fucking, is it supposed to be fucking yes? Oh, jeez. All right. Don't encourage him. As long as you're talking just like, you know, adding a server, but like if it requires more hardware in the basement, I'm not I don't know. There's plenty of resources. Oh gosh. All the same hardware. All right. Not so bad. If you're gonna lock him down there all day, at least let him do what he wants. So there's this like running joke that my husband is clearly locked in the basement, not allowed out. Not true. As the servers down there, they are locked in the basement. You know what? I think I kind of like that a lot better. Love my use of fences. I think I've done better fences, or I've had better use of fences, but I'm not loving how the front looks, so I'm gonna actually probably play around with that a little bit more. I don't like how those windows came out, but I have to mess around with those. Are we making bitcoins? No, we are not making bitcoin. I promise. Kind of cute, like having this hole in the bottom. And I'm gonna have to actually make this all a little bit narrower because I want to obviously have the walls stripped oak or something like that. We don't make Bitcoin in Minecraft, we make block coins. Oh wait, I started doing that. Yeah, the dodgy dragon puns don't end. They just keep going. We make VMs and containers. Oh, yeah. Plot it out on the inside and actually front a bit. Just to give it more shape, and then I'm gonna put the grass over it. Here's the wool again. Daddy PC Gamer. Mom just went inside for more beer, so I turned the volume up to check in. Side note, just the sounds of this game are therapeutic. That's great. I mean, that's kind of why I, enjoy playing Minecraft. I realize I also don't have the Minecraft music on because I like to just have, the sounds themselves. I kind of am thinking also that I kind of think I want to do this a little off center. Again, just to kind of like a little idea. This just kind of helps me like plan it out. Ooh, I got a ooh from Malka. That's like, I feel like that makes the stream complete. Minecraft has the chillest music. It does. Do you guys want me to turn the Minecraft music on? Because I can totally do that. The fun part of all of this is I know my kiddos is probably watching, and he's going to be telling me later. He's like, you could have done this so much easier if you just did this. I'm going to be like taking notes because he's like the Minecraft genius. Ooh fucking woo for one of my new favorite streamers. Heart this whole crew of gorgeous assholes makes the day seem a little brighter. Aw, Daddy PC Gamer. That is your dragon. Roach, I like my yams boiled and buttered with salt and pepper. You know what I haven't had in a long time? I haven't had like yams or sweet potatoes, and now I'm kind of thinking that that would be like, oh, that would really hit the spot right now. Okay, at least I have like that shape, and what I can do is yo, I haven't had them yams in a minute. You're welcome, Grimalkin. Ah, yammering. Yes, yes. Okay, so that's where that came from. I didn't even realize that that was a part of a pun. I was just, not really paying attention. Oh, Dodgy. What would we do without you? Like at a certain point, I feel like I got used to like expecting Dodgy's puns, but then I don't know, sometimes they still catch me off guard. You know what? I just got a better idea for how to do that. It's gonna vary. So indecisive today. Normally when I build, I just kind of like build and then fix everything after. One thing I really wish they would actually add to Minecraft is like half slabs for grass blocks. Rickshaw, thank you for the sub. Woot for subs. Yeah, no, I agree. Thank you guys. So I think what I'm going to do to actually fill in the these sort of in between spaces, I'm going to kind of create a almost like a grass stairwell in between, and then use some of the non-stripped dark wood logs, the dark oak logs. Welcome. It's nice to place a face with a name from Raked's stream. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Roach, I feel like I would like 7 Days to Die more if I knew enough of the mod community to find pretty build skins. That game reminds me of Minecraft, but all the building is scrungy looking. You know, I haven't actually played that. But I like games that have like really, you know, vast like building systems. Obviously Minecraft and other like sandbox type games are ideal, but you know, any game with a system like that, which is why I'm actually so like kind of waiting for Scum to just implement the modular based building, because I feel like that's going to get me really excited about building in that game. But Mr. Becker, hi Grimalkin. Hey Mr. Becker, how are you doing? Oh, so the one thing that I dislike so much about this particular like just having the vanilla skins is that the leaves are not like see-through at all. And so I'm actually gonna get rid of these, I think, because the moss might look a little bit better. But like in the other texture packs I have, the leaves are sort of like, you know, a bit see-through, so it's just kind of the leaves themselves, and then instead of black you have like that transparency, and it looks just a lot better. I really do need to find a new pack, mainly because I just like to have it. I just don't love the vanilla Minecraft look. All right, let's see. So I could do the flowering, I guess, azalea leaves. I feel like if I think, see, that'll at least give it some vibrancy and stuff. See, when it's transparent, you could sort of see these through it, so it does actually look a little bit more like a bush. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. But I'm going to put those in there because when I do change it, when I do change the texture pack, it'll already look pretty cool. Swap a couple of these out for the regular oh. Yeah, texture packs and the sky and water mods usually are default for me. The water mods are actually really cool. Like I love like just some of the water packs that may, or like, I mean, I've also used shaders and like Optifine and stuff to make everything look really nice. I wouldn't do that on stream, but I mean, you can make it look gorgeous, and it's like almost not even the same game at that point. Right. Get things looking a little overgrown. So I asked before, but nobody has like really said anything to make any sort of suggestion. What, like, is there anything that somebody would want me to build? Like some kind of like building, a specific actual like real life building? Because that's kind of what I get most excited to build, to try to recreate like a actual location. I do that in pretty much every game I can. Like I'll do that in The Sims. I've done like Ernest Hemingway's home, the writer Ernest Hemingway, his Key West home. I've done I'm really big on like doing the Newport Gilded Age mansions. If you've ever been to Newport, Rhode Island, those are really, really cool. And so I try to like find the floor plans for those like buildings, and I'll get the images up and I'll just try to recreate them in The Sims. And I do that obviously in Minecraft too. The Great Pyramids. That'd be a little intense, but I could definitely do a pyramid. PC Gamer, my phone was about to die, but I brought a charger outside and I am back. Glad you're back. The only thing I don't love is obviously I can't have the vines on the half block. Build a castle out of deep slate. I can definitely do a castle out of deep slate. Deep slate is, I think, one of my favorite things to build with because it looks really cool. Castle out of deep slate, St. Louis Arch. You know what's funny? I was looking at like just I was Googling things like unique builds or unique buildings earlier today, and the St. Louis Arch was like one of the things that came up for like, you know, one of the most unique, like interesting structures. I was trying to think of things that I wanted to build. So that's something I would definitely attempt. That would look kind of cool. But I would definitely want to like also try to do like the space underneath and around it just to kind of make it look similar. Oh, don't you build with pizza in this game? What? Understand. So after I finish the Hobbit hole, I may not have time today, depending on how long this takes me, but I will try to do something like that. I'm not loving the fact that I have the sand right here, but I'll probably get rid of that after. I'm gonna kind of put up here. You know, I feel like one of the easiest ways to do this would be, I can't actually even remember the like command or whatever it is that not command, but like if it's I do bone meal on an azalea bush and that will like make the grass and everything around. Let's actually try that. I think that'll make the grass and everything around it kind of like mossy. Totally. Okay, so that makes the tree bigger. Oh, that's okay. All right. It's like the moss itself. That. So this is something like kind of stuff like this that they've added into Minecraft. I love. So if you start like you know, adding bone meal to these moss blocks, it will spread. But what's cool about it is like it doesn't just add moss blocks, like it'll add the little like carpet style moss pieces, which is cool. And then I can actually grow these trees. And I think what I will do is I'm gonna try to spread this over the top of the whole thing because I think it just looks a little cooler than grass, or than just grass. The only thing, it won't spread over the sand, obviously, so I have to replace that in a bit. Let's throw a couple of these up. I normally actually spend very little time on the inside of a build while, like, I like to do the outside first, and just so that the inside is a complete shell, so that when I get to it, like, I don't have to go back to the outside, but let's see, Roach. Mount St. Michael in Normandy. Smacks dodgy with a leaning tower. Oh my gosh. Let's get 50 likes for... Yeah, let's totally do that. How many likes do I even have right now? I feel like the Streamlabs chat is like... It said the same number of viewers for like the entire time I've been streaming. But I don't think that's actually true because I've checked actual stream a few times. 40 likes, so that's 10 more likes. Thank you guys so much. My god. I was like expecting maybe like 2 likes on the video, or like 4, because there were like 4 people I knew were planning to watch. I really appreciate it so much. I have to actually, like, you know, mow down grass. This, then it gets like overgrown. That's actually one thing. I've done something like this in The Sims 4 where I built like a hobbit hole. Pretty cool. It's harder to do that though because there's some weird stuff. Like, I play a lot of Sims, but there's some weird like trying to build things into a hill is kind of difficult. There's obviously like cheats and stuff, but even with that, challenging. So what I love about this though is that like the azalea bushes and stuff can be like super like cute if you just leave them as bushes, or you can make them into the trees, which is really cool. I feel like these are growing at like an insane rate right now. Dodgy, what weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of gold? GST said 7 likes. Responding to something. And this is actually kind of cute, like the way it sort of blends right into the beach here. Looks like an overgrown hobbit hole. To at least take this all the way up to hole. And Mitzi says the feathers, because you have to carry the weight of what you did to those poor birds. I mean, I wasn't gonna make assumptions that we were doing anything to the poor birds to get the feathers. Like, maybe you just found a pound of feathers. Like, that's really dark. Okay. I feel like this is like mossy, messy enough for right now. Grow some trees. Oh, that's an odd shaped one. There we go. I kind of might actually build up the hill just to make, like, so the trees go up a little bit higher, but let's see. What I do is I'm gonna get rid of this sand at least. I don't want all of this to be moss. I want it to be, like, blended a little bit. That way I can also make the, like, kind of front entrance way a little bit patchy. That. Add the grass back after. Dodgy. You also have to carry the weight of what you did to the poor slaves that might hold. Don't block me. Oh my god. Dodgy. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. See, now I think with all the grass and stuff growing, I actually am not that unhappy with the front windows. I still need to do something about like these kind of like hard edge dirt thing here. I actually might. Thinking like making this sort of like a natural staircase. Cool. Hey, all right, so the grass sort of spreads here, and then work a little bit more, I think, on the inside. I hadn't really thought about like what I want to do. I think I'm gonna do kind of like kitchen dining room style, either side. I feel like I just have to double check with these dirt blocks on the front face of the house. I can replace and cause any problems. Okay. I'll go over the top afterwards. Better. Everything else to do this, yeah, but it's gonna bother me. Okay. Roach, funny. I usually play survival and capture the little people and force them to cough up magic upgrades for me. And when I get that together, then I start obsessing with city landscape. Do you so do you capture like villagers? Like my child does that. He captures villagers and he keeps them in his basement. Should make a back door, says Dodgy. You know what? I should make a back door. Obviously I have this, like, whole thing over here, which I'm gonna just make that consistent with the front window. Maybe I'll do another door. Kind of off to the side of this, and I'll just, like, make this similar to the front face. Build a wall around them. Don't keep them in a basement, although that's probably more efficient. I make a town. See, I do like doing that. Like, I like building a town either around a village or, like, you know, replacing, like, the actual, like, vanilla village with my own buildings and stuff to kind of, like, create, like, an actual natural, like, village, like, within whatever it is I'm building or whatever city I'm building. Go around. Yeah, I built a wall around them. I don't care. Okay, yeah, I heard that. And you know nothing about keeping someone in the basement. Look, I've told you many times. He goes down to the basement to work on the servers. I do not keep him there. My husband is free to travel the house. He even goes outside sometimes. Outside is overrated, though. You go outside. You even have a tan right now. Or a little tan. So the chain training. I think the inside I want to be a bit brighter. I'm gonna incorporate some birch, but I also want stripped dark oak. Work light. Okay, under there so I can make actually fill. So I can either make a doorway here or I can, you know, add something else decorative. 100% sure. because I just have to make sure that I can out my other side. Totally. I hate how the grain is like kind of obvious in these, so like if you don't place them the right way, they should love being outside. We just don't have much. This is very true. We don't have that much room. I mean, we do have. I mean, we have plenty of room. It's just we don't utilize it. I haven't really decided what I want to do with the roof, like what I want to do the ceiling in. I might actually use planks for that since I'm not using planks for the. And I may end up like, you know, rooms. Probably. Okay, I totally forgot that one. Sorry, I actually don't go too far. I do love, obviously, good. It is, it's just being able to sort of copy whole like section of a building that I've built and then just like rotate it and then paste so that because I can't even describe how many times I have placed like a wall, like one rung block, and then like a whole side of a tower or building is uneven. Like obviously in survival it's different, like you know, things are gonna happen like that, but if I'm building in creative mode, I want to kind of turned around here. No! I actually went. Dwarf Fortress is a tool that lets you plant your fortress in Minecraft apropos of nothing, and possibly no one plays Dwarf Fortress but me. I have not actually heard of that. That sounds pretty interesting, though. Right. Something feels a little off here. Okay, I have, okay, so there's one past and another for, my whole goal is to actually have the, like, Hobbit hole done in this single stream so that I can kind of, like, work on something else next. Because I do plan to try to do this a few more times before Stray releases on the 19th. So that's like 6 days. So like maybe 2 more streams before then. I obviously don't really have a stream schedule right now, but the goal is to kind of do this occasionally because I find it relaxing, especially, you know, doing a Minecraft stream. And as long as I can kind of keep my hardware under control and things aren't too chaotic, stuttering, hopefully be able to keep about dwarves. Indeed. It's kind of like RimWorld, so I'm told, though I've never played RimWorld. I will definitely watch Stray. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to play Stray. You know, there's some things looking at it that I'm a little worried about. One of those things being I just found out the other day that with exploring, when you need to, like, say, jump to a new ledge and just sort of moving around the you know, parts of the map that you do have access to, you don't actually, like, you know, turn and, like, aim and try to jump onto a ledge. Like, it's just sort of a button press. So, like, which feels very, like, you know, console focused. Like, which I realized it was a PlayStation exclusive. Like, it's made for a console, but I'm just hoping the rest of the game isn't too much like that. But I'm, you know, I'm excited for it. It looks really cool. The setting looks awesome. I'm excited to see what it's like. I truly do kind of wish I had some, like, RGB, though, to kind of give the back of my, like, area here more of a cyberpunk vibe for when I stream that. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Physics sim platformer would be fun for cats. Yes, it definitely would. So that side is done. Thinking maybe I will actually make the rooms that I was planning on doing come out of this. All the way down here. Just a little bit more space. We have plenty. I know we have, like, a pretty good stock of, like, RGB lights. It's too bad that, like, the front, like the back side of my desk doesn't have this bookshelf that is actually in front of me right now, because we have this, like, IKEA bookshelf with, like, the big cubes, and my husband and kid basically wired in RGB lights that we can control from, like, the PC or our phone. So each cube can have different colors, or, you know, there's different patterns and stuff. And I guess we have a lot of RGB lights left over from that. Oh, the cow. Cow keeps scaring me. It makes more sense to actual light before I do darker pillars. I do want to give there's some dimension to that way, but oh, lighting, not that they're heavy. I do feel lighter. Oh my gosh, dodgy. Killing me, man. I'm going for very like traditional hobbit home. Like I don't want it to be too crazy, but I feel like a hobbit hole with like a waterfall or river flowing through it with a little bridge on the inside would be adorable. It doesn't really fit the aesthetic though. Hold on, right? Like more of an outside thing. Break it, you're back. Dodgy needs a caps block. Fantasy race would be apt to have stream running through their cave home. I mean, that's very elven in my mind. I feel like, you know, that's kind of got an elven vibe to it. I would probably... Because the other thing, too, is if I was building, like, an elf's home, I would probably want it to be, like, a bit taller, more kind of ethereal, more muted colors, like prettier lights and stuff. Like, this is still a hobbit hole, so... But a stream like that would also have to be, like, very, like, luxurious looking, too. Like, I wouldn't make it kind of this, like, mossy little, like, brook running through the house. Argonian. I mean, could do that, too, yeah. Argonians, that kind of fits. I'm gonna finish off this hallway, and then I'm gonna take a short break. Grab, like, a drink and stuff. Yeah, I agree about the dark elves thing. Like, I feel like that would just have to have a different look to it. If I was doing, like, I feel like a dark elf, like, home, like, that would be more cave-like. Like, not, like, super, like, deep cavernous caves, like, for dwarves, but, like, kind of like a small, dark, like, cavern with, like, a, like, you know, hidden, like, spring in the middle of like the mountains or something. But you know what? I feel like the like dark elf like lore is something I'm not that familiar with. Even in like things like Skyrim. Um, do this outside part a little bit. Apparently. For this. I do really need a back door now that I'm kind of thinking about it. I need to be able to like get out on this side of the. I feel like I just like lost my train of thought. I need to be able to get out on this side of the actual house because it's a long hallway. I feel like that would be useful, important. Fairy grotto, didn't even know that was a thing. I sort of like made something like that at one point. I was working on building a city and I don't have that world saved still. That was sort of this huge, I used world edit actually to build the mountain, but it was this huge mountain that was hollow on the inside. And it kind of had that vibe to it because I had sort of like floating lanterns in the air and stuff. It was very fairy-like, but there was a tree in the center that kind of glowed and looked cool. And I'd like to build something like that again. I like building cities, but obviously those are huge projects and they take a lot of commitment for sure. Share that later. Okay, so thank you, Rogue. Probably do a stream or video just running through your save files. Honestly, I don't have a lot of the save files for some of like the massive stuff I've done. There was a city I built for my kid for one of his birthdays that I used World Edit, and I built like a whole castle city with like multiple like, you know, like there was a lot of buildings outside of the castle. There was like a whole like kind of fancy looking fantasy style train station and stuff like that. But I could see what I still have. The cooler thing is I need to find the images because I used to build for Westeros Craft. I did for like a summer. And if you're not familiar with Westeros Craft, it's the project. It's basically this project that the people who have been running it since like I think it was like 2011. They've been building, not 2011, maybe it's a little bit after that, but they've been building Westeros from Game of Thrones in Minecraft. And some of the stuff I got to work on, it was like a summer I spent as a builder, and then I just kind of fell out of it. Like I just didn't keep up with it. But like some of the buildings I got to work on were so cool. I have to see if I have like some images of some of the stuff I worked on. I worked on a lot of the smaller builds because they're really intense about their builders and the application process to become a builder. So I was like in probation for the first like month basically. So yeah, Rogue Otter. That's because she is the fucking bomb. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Don't encourage her. It's very true. Gary is the fucking bomb. I mean, I'm not going to, I'm not one to turn my back on a compliment, so thank you. Okay, so I have the hallway done. I'm going to take a quick break and just get a refill on my drink, and I will be back, and I will try to fill in some of the interior and then finish up the outside. I'm probably going to be streaming until it's 8 Eastern now, so probably until like about 9 is the plan. So you know, when I get back, I'll see how much I have time for. Hopefully I could finish off this build. Otherwise I'll have to save some of it for next time. So anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. Let's see. All right, let me figure out what I'm gonna do next. Thank you guys for hanging around. The BRB screen, I've got a good one. You guys like my Be Right Back screen? I feel like it's okay. It's the same music as the intro. Because I kind of like keeping, I don't know, I liked keeping that consistent, but I'm still looking around for some other stream music. And Rich, I'm glad I've been able to help get you through the last few hours of work. That is always a long stretch. So you're almost there. You're almost done. When do you finish work? I think I'm going to start doing the ceiling before I do anything else. I can cover everything over again. By the way, if you are hanging out here, you're just watching, and you would like to be able to chat, please, you know, give me a sub. Go ahead and subscribe. I do have chat set to subscribers only mode. And remember to hit that like button if you haven't already. Dark in here. Get off at 8 p.m. Central. Okay. I am East Coast time. So that means that I should take you right up till the end of work. See? Great timing. I don't know what you guys think about the planks for the ceiling. Kind of thinking maybe I'll also, like, I could change some of them up to add some detail. The last thing I usually do, really, in anything I build is I gradient after I'm done with the walls. So with stone, I'll, you know, throw in a couple different variations. Like if I'm using cobblestone, I'll throw in like a stone bricks or the mossy versions of those. But with wood, it's a little different. Like sometimes if I'm doing a big enough structure that is wood, I will I'll add in some similar like planks, similar colored planks, so that like the gradient is like, I don't know, it looks more natural. There's more texture to it. It doesn't look all like the same block. I don't know, I just find it's best to do that at the end because otherwise then you get like really overcome with like minor details. You get up at 8 Central. EST here, it's 8 p.m. right now, yep. 6 here. I like that there's so many people from all over the US. Well, I mean, we have people from the US, but also people from the UK in here. And South Africa, if Malka, I just combined Malka and Aki's name. If Malka or Aki are still here. So Roche, you're working, and I know PC Gamer, you're hanging out with your wife and mom. You were having dinner, right? But what is everybody else doing tonight? Working? Gaming? If so, what are you playing? The US doesn't exist, Rogue? How do you figure that? Then where am I right now? I'm just inside YouTube. I feel like if any of you are really like hyper precise about how you build, you're probably like super anxious because I'm like not following any particular pattern. I'm making myself anxious. Playing Scum. About to try out PUBG's new map. Matesy, that's a lie. You're upstairs. You're 3D printing. I'm a little paranoid that Mitzi is going to try to like stress our network while I'm streaming to contribute to his elaborate ploy to get me to like up our internet speed or agree to up our internet speed. Not going for a skylight there. Let's see. I am on a screen. It could be anywhere. GST, flashing my nips to old ladies at the beach. I don't know. Depending on where you are, you could get in trouble for that, right? Maybe not. That's a great idea. Look, you know what? I won't comment on the internet speed. You should up the internet anyways. Look, I would love to up the internet speed. But like, I don't know. I just feel like there are other things. Like, our internet speed is good. Like, if we were gonna put money into something around here, there's like other stuff. I'm like all for faster internet. All of this talk of a server farm in the house, it is harder and harder to understand why you don't have some $5,000 PC to game on. I mean, it's not like I don't have like a potato PC. Like, I have a decent rig, but you know, there's some things that we could improve on it. To be fair, like, Mitzi's gotten like networking equipment like cheap or like for free in some cases, so like, I mean, we're kind of lucky in that regard. We haven't really had to shell out for any of that stuff. He just occasionally would randomly just show up at home with like servers and stuff. Yeah, the servers were recycled from work. Recycled in quotation marks. Hashtag fake gamer girl. Who's a fake gamer girl? You? I didn't know that. GST. I don't think you're a fake gamer girl, Grandma. You are a fake gamer old lady. What CPU you got? That's a good question. What CPU do I have? It is, let's see if I can remember. or look it up faster than Meetsy can. I have an Intel i5 6600. We built this a while ago. I do have chat set to top chat. I'm gonna switch it now to live chat. Okay. Okay, so the roof over here is done. Actually, I don't think I did the ceiling in this little over here. No, I didn't. See, this is what happens is, oh, that's the wrong block. I get distracted. Then I just start doing things out of order. Or out of any sort of logical order. Yeah, I think it was like 2016 or something like that. It was, I think, a year after we started dating. No, that's so wrong. That is many years after we started dating. Don't mind me. I can't do math. I do feel like for my next stream, I want to put the Minecraft music on, or I should just have like some lo-fi stuff going on in the background. Because for me, like doing creative builds and stuff, that's like very relaxing. I do that when I want to like chill out and relax and hang out. And so lo-fi makes that all a lot better. So I'm gonna make this like a functional, like kind of like a functional hobbit hole. Like I'm not going totally for like all decorative. Like I do want to still, you know, make it seem like you could use this in survival. I'm always tempted to use the blue flames for pretty much everything because they look so pretty, but obviously right here, this is not exactly. Like to be cobblestone back here or like something deep slate. I might do a chimney off the side, so I'm gonna put that there for. If I wanted to do that, I would want it to go further back. Feels pretty potato to you. I mean, we've upgraded like my GPU since then, and we've upgraded some other stuff in my PC, but you know, it'll be time for an upgrade. We've got several gaming computers in this household, so we kind of have to always go in the order of like what is the most dire requirement. Who needs it the most, you know? See, I kind of think that looks cool, but then you don't have the actual stoves there. The crafting table can go in like the kitchen area just because um, got here that I could use. Just for something, probably. See, they've added some new stuff that I haven't actually really looked at much in Minecraft. Prioritize. Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes, you know, the way it goes. Barrel. See what else can I do in here? I feel like a smoker would work, but for now I'm just... That will do. Barrel. Now, I don't know if I can actually do this on the trapdoor. Oh, I can. All right, cool. Or cute. Okay, so we kind of have a full kitchen over here. Tables in Minecraft, I feel like there's so many mods that have like good like furniture sets that look so much better. I don't think there's there's nothing that I can really use to make a table other than like the traditional, which is like you either use like a pressure plate or the trapdoors, stairs. So for that, stick with the. It's kind of why I did these in like gaps of 3. They can get the proper block instead of destroying everything else. See furniture now. If only the characters had knees for sitting. Very true. That would be a big help. I am gonna... I feel like the nether brick kind of like... Well, you know what? If it's in there though, I can't actually do that, so take this all the way out to here. I think. Maybe I will just do... Like, I feel like the trapdoors are actually the most versatile, like, of pretty much anything in here, because you can use it for, like, so many different things. For tables, for chairs, chair backs. I kind of want to do a high chair back. go. This makes it easier to, I don't know. Again, because of the 3, I can put a lantern in the middle. Kind of thinking like chandelier style for the dining room as it is. Other thing I can also do is, at some point they added candles, which I very much love the look of. I don't think I can put them on here because they are in this block height. Okay, so I can't do that. Fine. We'll find some other thing to put them on. I'm kind of like thinking of using the copper because I love the oxidized copper. I don't know if anybody has like plays Minecraft and like has used copper at all, but I'm kind of digging how that looks. What I like about it though, and I don't remember if I could do this actually with full colors, if they all have to be the same color. You could do groups of 3. Items actually here. And the only thing I don't love is that like I know that there's ways to like do stuff with item frames, but I don't think I can do that unless I do an item frame on the bottom. It looks like some sort of tray with stuff on it. I may end up getting The Sims still after all these years. I had no real idea you could build a house. Oh my gosh, The Sims, like, that's pretty much all I do. I mean, I do play The Sims, but the actual building is like what I'm there for sure. Got that. I still probably will end up doing something with the floor, but I feel like it makes sense for it to be stone right now. So, yeah, that works. Alright, so we got a cute little dining room, kitchen. There is storage in the barrels. Oh, we've got all that stuff. This, I'll add more lighting kind of throughout as I... Here, we've got the entranceway here. Thinking over here, maybe, just for the sake of, like, building this, I'm just gonna do, like, a bedroom over here. I was gonna do, like, a full dining room, but, thinking blue, just because... Crimson. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna... how I'm gonna do the crimson, but I know I want to kind of build a base for this with the crimson. Now that sound is what's actually like super relaxing, like Minecraft rain. Love it. I could sit here and listen to it for hours. Okay, so carpet and see how this comes out. I'm actually not loving the purple, so I might just stick to planks on the floor. shelf like that. Let's see. You ever consider downloading Blender for free and building like whatever? I have Blender. I definitely, if I were to, you know, if I wanted to do that, I would need to spend a lot of time learning it. I've played around with some stuff, like 3D animation and stuff. What I want to actually learn how to do is like just generating like procedural generation of like terrain and stuff. But yeah, no, that's definitely something I'm thinking about at some point whenever I find the time. It's hard for me to pull away from like games and stuff though, like where I'm building in games. Fly in here. Okay, so got this little thing going. Get rid of that. I'm like going a little candle crazy right now. Let's do like a lantern here. I could do a bedside table, actually. I don't want that to be the same. Like one of those floating like shelves and stuff. Finally gonna give in and download GIMP. Yes, download it. So GIMP is awesome. I use it for all sorts of stuff. It's basically a Photoshop alternative. It's free, and like it does a ton of other stuff too. I could do that, but I could also like hang this from a chain. Then I can add. Do stuff with chests because we need obviously storage. I feel like if I didn't do that up there, I could have. Actually, you know what? I'll do that up here. A chest up top. And now I can do candle. Actually, just go with white. Something really simple. Oh no, wait! I can't! Right! I forgot about that. Oh well. Fine. I can do candles on the table. Okay, so we have a cute little bedroom. Light the candles with a flint and steel. I know, I haven't gotten to that bit yet, but I will do that actually because I want to see how it looks. For the reminder. Alright, let's do that. Okay, very nice. And I think I put some over here. Yep. Little going. I feel like what I want to do. Why did I put teal? That's the color I'm thinking of, but what I want to do is I want to add. I want to do sort of like room divider. Provides a little bit more privacy from You come in the door, bedroom isn't just totally exposed, obviously. Grandma, be nice. Alright. Looking cool. We've got a little room divider. It's gonna add into oak. Bearing up the chair backs. I like that. No. Frame, and we'll do paper. So I have sort of a desk over here. Dark, so another brick fence here. So that's such a pain when I can't do that. I want to say it's the lightning rod that I'm thinking of. I feel like there is totally a do this so that I can Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna I could do a candle, but I'll also just do a torch here. I think I want to. That's kind of like a standing room lamp, I suppose. Do a little bit of decoration. Can't remember if there's any 3 wide ones. Thing that's like tall though, all in like central. Ah, no. All right. Not working out well. I will probably just do some paintings, I don't know, in the hallway over here. Or just do them in spots where I have a 2 wide wall. Here. Definitely wanted to get that look. Terrifying. That's a huge thing. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do something with a flower pot and just kind of add some kind of green to the inside of the building. And I'm not 100% sure how this is going to come out first, so I also have to obviously lighting, fencing. Can't actually do that. So I'm gonna just grab like a random block. Actually do some bookshelves in the hallway. Hey TWS, how you doing? All right. I'll do some more lands in the hallway. Kind of low hanging, but that looks kind of cool. Same over here. Alright, so I've lit most of it. We've got the bookshelves in the hallway. Shelving there. Okay, so bookshelves done. We have a kitchen done. We have a bedroom done. Thinking of sort of like other sort of survival type stuff. Normally I do an enchanting room. I'm not really thinking of doing that in a hobbit hole. But what I would like to do is go outside, see what it looks like in the rain. See, I think that looks pretty cool. I do want to add a little bit more light outside. And I kind of like doing that in like hidden spots so that it just sort of glows. I think if I actually do that here, yeah, the glow is still gonna shine. Let's see. I will. Nate, how are you doing? Light there. And now I have these in here to kind of make it look a little, I think. Get rid of those. glow there. Now I just need to actually complete the other side. I didn't really add that over here. Cook you before bed. How are you doing today, Nate? Grandma, you're such a jerk. Give that a little something different. I almost like the way that this side looks better. Have that hang from there. That hang there. I was not talking trash about anybody, Grandma. Oh, stuttering. I almost kind of like wish this was a little bit wilder, so it's just kind of like feels like the roof has just sort of been thrown together. I heard you. I was not talking trash about anybody. I don't do that. Good God, I hope Nate doesn't come in here. He's such a no, but no, I would never say that. I think you said that and you just forgot that it wasn't me. So I'm going to end the stream in a little bit. So what I want to do is just kind of like... I would like to kind of have like a little winding path. Just don't love the sand. Like, I'm cool with having that on the riverfront, but I would have to actually replace all of this, so I won't be able to connect it today. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit decorating on the outside. Wow, the conspiracy to frame you is Nate's name is real. Feces Talker, ha, made it past the mod check with feces. Oh god. Stream has gone to shit, hasn't it? Need Dodgy here for those kind of jokes. Alright. All cute and stuff like this is just gonna be a pot sitting on a bush. Don't... Why do I keep typing flower when I can just look at flowers? Don't judge me. Orchids are beautiful. Favorite flower in Minecraft, for sure. I don't even know what these are, the skulks. I haven't actually checked that out yet in Minecraft. They look kind of creepy. See what else we do here. Oh my gosh, so the spore blossom is like my favorite thing ever. And where I get tempted to like do this kind of like a hanging plant type of thing in the house. That though. See that it gets kind of like spore-ish, right? I feel like that is not really with the aesthetic though, so maybe get rid of that. It looks cute, but whatever. All right, I have to shut down. Thanks, Glad Ray, and then pointed you out today. Yeah, thank you so much for jumping in here and hanging out and chatting. It has been a pleasure, for sure. Maybe I'll do this outside. I'm just like a sucker for these the spore plants and stuff. Yeah, I feel like outside it definitely fits. Yeah, I can make that work. Too. Oh. Luke and Gary may have a good stream. I'm almost done, Nate. You caught me right at the end. Be wrapping things up pretty soon. To add a little bit of flair over here too. Up above. I'd like to add kind of a room over in that area. Another window at some point. All right, last thing we're gonna do here. Sure wish I wanted to do yet, but all right, so we got a little fence over there, little fence over there, so we've got kind of a front yard. Trim that up a little bit. All right. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out, considering I kind of came in here with like no plan and very little thought. I was just like, I'm having a hobbit kind of day. And when I have a hobbit kind of day, I need to build a hobbit hole. So those of you who are still here, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for liking the stream and subscribing. And if you haven't done that already, subscribe and hit the like button. I don't really have a plan for my next stream yet. I don't know exactly what day it's going to be, but hopefully in the next like 3 days or so. I may choose to even do an impromptu stream tomorrow or Friday, but I'm not really sure yet. But anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all. I'm having so much fun. You guys are hilarious. Nice whole mate, Nate. Rhyme that with your name. But yeah, catch me next time. I'll be scheduling a stream soon, and have a good night, everyone. Take care.